In today's China, many Chinese women and men are caught between money, marriage, self-worth, and a social reality that's far more ruthless than romantic. Is it really wrong to be unmarried at 38? I know a woman, 38 years old, single, no partner, raising a few cats, and honestly, her life looks enviable. Friends and relatives constantly urge her to marry, but she always pushes back. She says, "I earn my own money, eat what I want, go where I want. Why would I bring a man into my life just to serve him?" They worry about her old age, but she fires back. "You're married, are you really happier? Is waking up at night to feed a baby happiness? Or constantly worrying about infidelity?" After hearing her, I realized life is short. Married or not, as long as you're living the life you want and feel content, that's enough. I was born in 1991. I'm 34 and considered a leftover woman. I'm picky, ambitious, and probably destined to stay single. When people introduce poor older men or divorced men with children, I usually reject them firmly. But when I'm alone, I feel miserable and cry uncontrollably. I can't understand how someone once so confident ended up here. I was always a top student, studied abroad, earned a master's degree, climbed the corporate ladder, started my own business, bought a house and a car. I believed I deserved love, yet after several failed relationships, I became a leftover woman. Now the men introduced to me are people I would never have considered before. I don't know where I went wrong. I'm the girl who couldn't afford a bozzetting down jacket and got laughed at. I really wanted one, but my bank balance wouldn't allow it. A video I posted recently reached millions of views, yet so many people mocked me in the comments. I was born in 1992. I'm 33 years old, unmarried, no children, no savings. Is that really worth ridiculing? I admit I let the post-90s down. I just want to know, does anyone else live like this too? Girls born after 2000 have already started competing for men born after 1985. Yesterday, I posted a profile of a man born in 1985, house, car, and an annual income of $300,000. Many girls rushed to meet him, including a couple of post-2000 girls. Their reasoning was the same. Older men are mature, considerate, experienced, and able to give useful life advice, helping them avoid years of mistakes. Young girls today aren't naive. They know youth is their biggest asset. They're willing to provide emotional support, make life more interesting, and even talk about having children to pass on good genes. Honestly, aren't young girls more practical than older single women? Over the past decade, a new pattern has emerged. Data shows the number of older, unmarried women has grown significantly. Matchmakers say many share the same mindset. They'd rather stay single than settle. Their expectations of men often come from online slogans. A man who spends money loves you. Women should be pampered. True love accepts everything unconditionally. These ideas create contradictions, wanting independence while relying on marriage. Capital has tied love to consumption, pushing men to pay. From Valentine's Day to Christmas Eve, spending money became proof of love. Gradually, financial ability became the top dating criterion. Emotional influencers fuel this mindset, turning men into resource providers and marriage into a shortcut to wealth. But reality is harsh. Surveys show many older, unmarried women don't earn enough. Without income or youth advantages, expecting perfect material and emotional matches is unrealistic. The solution is to face reality, abandon the fantasy of changing fate through marriage, and adjust expectations. A popular question is, how do you know if someone is right for marriage? The answer is simple. When you're with them, you smile more, feel relaxed, and stop fearing the future. It's not about never disagreeing. It's about whether, when problems arise, they can stay calm, communicate, and face issues together. When someone makes you feel safe and hopeful about tomorrow, the relationship naturally deepens. Marriage isn't the destination, it's choosing a reliable teammate for life. Here's a sincere piece of advice for all men. Brothers, if your family background isn't wealthy and everything you have today was earned through your own effort, meaning you finally made some money, then please start by investing in yourself. Buy a decent car. Get yourself a respectable watch. Prepare 1 or 2 branded outfits that actually fit you well. Go for grooming or skincare once a month. Hit the gym at least once or twice a week. and if possible, hire a personal trainer. Take all the money you would have wasted being a simp or someone's backup and spend it on upgrading yourself instead. Today I handled a consultation that honestly made me furious. This guy works in construction. After earning some money, he dated a much younger girl, around 12 or 13 years younger. At first, he spent very generously on her. He knew perfectly well that she was only interested in his money, but he didn't mind, because the girl came from a very poor background. Ironically, women like this often suppress you emotionally. They keep putting you down to balance the relationship. This man was actually quite capable, but the girl constantly criticized him, using emotional manipulation, saying things like, "You're so much older, you're old, you're not good looking." Over time, he got used to being belittled. Eventually, he even paid the down payment for an apartment for her in Shanghai, thinking that would keep her by his side. But the following year, she started pressuring him, saying she was under too much stress and demanding that he pay off the remaining mortgage or she'd leave him. At that point, the man had basically run out of money. Construction payments hadn't come through for years, so he had to dip into his savings to cover the loan. After that, he became extremely frugal with himself, wearing sweaters full of lint balls, refusing to buy new clothes, even keeping worn-out underwear he wouldn't replace. Naturally, the girl despised him even more. She was with him for money in the first place, and now he had no style, no presence, no decent image. In the end, she walked away with an apartment and some savings, dumped him, and went abroad because supposedly someone else overseas offered her more. Now this man has neither money nor a partner. He lost everything. You might think a rich man wouldn't be that foolish, but when someone invests too much, what hurts them most isn't losing the other person. It's losing all those years of sacrifice. That's human nature. People tend to abandon those who overgive. No matter how attractive the woman is or how sweet the relationship feels, you must always hold something back. Because once things fall apart, a woman's decisiveness can be far more ruthless than a man's. In the end, many men are simply helping someone else raise a wife. So before loving anyone else, learn to love yourself first. Have you noticed how much easier it is to live well nowadays? Cars are cheap. Over 100,000 can get you a really good one. Housing prices have dropped significantly. Food is convenient. You can order takeout anytime, and the quality is excellent. The cost of a comfortable life is actually very low now. As long as you have a bit of money, your basic needs, food, housing, transport, are covered. You're already living a decent life, even without a woman. What people fear is getting bored after enjoying comfort for a while, then wanting to find a woman for excitement. That's usually when trouble starts. Personally, I really dislike women who only know how to take and never give. If you meet someone who immediately asks you for money, ordering food, milk, tea, gifts, when you're not even officially together, you should reject them right away. Don't hesitate. You can't build genuine feelings with people like that. Your life is already fine. With your income, you can live comfortably. Don't believe that life must include a woman to be complete. Modern society is incredibly convenient. As long as you're not gambling, making reckless purchases, or blindly investing, money goes a long way. With a little savings, you can live well. But many men feel uneasy and insist on finding a partner. Then the money requests start. Some women today don't even plan to marry you, yet expect constant spending just for dating. Once you notice this pattern, pass immediately. Some men think, it's just a milk tea, or I can afford a small gift. Yes, you can, but that money shouldn't be spent on someone shameless, unwilling to contribute, and behaving like a beggar. If you keep giving, they'll only demand more. My advice is simple: refuse from the start. In Nanjing, being good-looking is far more powerful than owning a house or a car. A house and car aren't even considered advantages, they're just the basic requirement to enter the dating market. Without them, you don't even qualify. On top of that, men in southern regions tend to be shorter on average. So if you're over 175 centimeters, or especially 180 centimeters, and good-looking, you instantly become rare. Once a handsome man enters the matchmaking scene, he doesn't get time to choose slowly. He's immediately in high demand. The dating market follows a clear logic. At the bottom, people screen survival conditions. In the middle, they match social value. At the top, They compete for scarcity. And good looks are a true hard currency, sometimes even more valuable than beauty, comparable to gold. If you don't feel this reality, it's not because it doesn't exist. It's because you don't benefit from it. Many men earning millions still get rejected after one meeting, or even before meeting, just from photos alone. The issue is often appearance. Most men never experience women actively chasing someone purely because he's handsome. There's a saying, handsome men are genuinely loved. Wealthy but unattractive men are often loved conditionally. The emotional experience is completely different.